Vegan doesn't have to be expensive. Vegan doesn't have to be boring. And vegan can be exciting, like these vegan pork chops that I'm making here, made completely from scratch. We're going to start with peppers and onions. And this is the way I just learned to start cutting my pepper, where you just cut into it, cut around, you get the whole seed taken out. I just learned this, guys, but I'm really happy with it. And it really cuts a lot of time with cutting the peppers. And because I am always trying to get 30 plus plants a week into my diet, I use different colored peppers. It would be okay to add a red one in too. So I have a yellow and orange. And I'm also using a little jalapeno, but here I'm taking out the membrane and the seeds because I don't want it to be too spicy. It's going to be a total of 4.5 cups of lentils in this dish, right? These are just boiled lentils with no salt, just water, right? So they get nice and soft. So I blend that with my veggies, my onions, my peppers, and my beans. And I did it in batches. So if you see, it looks a lot higher because I did it in batches. So it would all be nice and smooth. Then I seasoned it with mushroom seasoning, Creole seasoning, and also smoked torula, which is a key ingredient. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the description because it really gives it this porky flavor. And all the mixture should come out nice and smooth like this. Next, I use chopped up uh, young green jackfruit, 1 can. I chopped it up, and we're going to put that inside of our pork chops too, just to give it some texture. You can skip this if you want, but it's really good to give it flavor and texture. Again, 1 or 2 shredded king oyster mushrooms, and then mix that together with the jackfruit. So you have 1 or 2 shredded king oyster mushrooms shredded, and then also the jackfruit. Now we're using 4.5 cups of vital wheat gluten. And remember, we use the exact same amount of beans, right? So vital wheat gluten to beans, same ratio. Whether you decide to go with 1 cup, 2 cups, 4.5 cups, just make it the same ratio of dry vital wheat gluten to the beans, and then add in your vegetables as your jackfruit and your mushrooms as a filler. So I'm going to show you 2 different methods of doing this. The first one is I'm using a stand mixer, and I'm letting the mixer do all the blending to make myself a nice smooth dough, right? And this is a nice easy method that I've been using lately, but you can also do this method here, which is by hand. If you don't have a stand mixer, just go ahead and do the same thing by hand. It's going to take a little bit longer. You're going to burn a few more calories, but it's okay. It's an acceptable method. They both turn out exactly the same. This one you don't have to pull out your appliance, and if you don't have the appliance, you can still achieve what you want to achieve by just kneading it by hand and mixing it all by hand. Perfectly acceptable method. Okay. And this is really the kind of stuff we're going to have to start doing. The economy, the food is expensive. We're going to have to start getting back in doing things, mixing things with our hands, making things from scratch. This vital wheat gluten, when you buy it once, yeah, it can be a little pricey to buy it on the top end, but you get so many meals out of one bag. Like one bag, I think I get 10, 12 meals out of it. So it comes out to more like $2.50 a meal. And this is the kind of thing you're going to have to do as things get more and more expensive. You can't always buy things from the freezer in the refrigerated section. Sometimes you got to get in there with your hands and make it from scratch, just like your mother did. If your mother did it, if mother didn't do it, maybe granny did it. But whatever the case, this is what you might have to do to survive, right? And this is what I learned to do. When times got rough for me back in the first recession, this is what I did to survive. I made things from scratch. So here are my pork chops, my vegan pork chops. I am now searing them because I want to get them nice and brown. They are going to cook in the oven for about an hour to 90 minutes. But before we do that, we want to brown them nice and beautiful on a nice, hot, lightly oiled pan. So make sure that you get that done. And you're going to have a lot of patties here, right? So just keep going until they're all nice and seared. Now I'm going to flip it over so that you can see what the nice color. Look at that color. Isn't that a beautiful color? That's what you're looking for. If it comes out a little darker, that's okay. Don't worry about it. You're sealing in your pork chop so that it doesn't get too big and spread, because seitan, vital wheat gluten, which we're making here, seitan can actually start to spread sometimes. So searing it in is going to keep it from spreading too much. It is going to grow a little bit, but not too much because we've seared it in. Now I'm also going to just add some onions into my same pan that I seared all my vegan pork chops in. And I'm not caramelizing these because I'm going to let them caramelize inside the oven, but I am giving them just a little bit of color, kind of sweating them a little bit, so just the flavor comes out of them, right? So that gives them a chance to cook for an hour and get nice and caramelized and yummy. But first I'm just making sure we get a little color on them. So I'm just moving them around the pan. Don't let them sit on the pan too much. This is a hot pan. This is on high, but move them around so that they get a little color, and then you can just let them rest after you're satisfied with just a little bit of color. I'm not talking caramelization. I'm talking about just lightly browning them with like a slight amount of oil. You see how they're just starting to change color a little bit? That is just about, we're almost there. We're just about what we need. We don't need much more than that, right? Because we're going to let these cook inside the oven for an hour with our flavor bath and our seared vegan pork chops. And these yummy onions are going to give them the flavor. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the next stage of this. Once we have our color the way we want it to be, we're going to move on to the next stage. And again, we're getting back to basics here, so you're going to have to learn to chop your onions, and what sauteing is and browning. Not saying that you don't know it, but sometimes we need a reminder, right? So that these are ways that we're going to save money, is making things from scratch. And this meal is going to be just more than one meal. It's going to last for a little bit. So I'm adding some water, about 32 ounces of water, into my pan that I'm going to braise these pork chops in. I'm putting a little mushroom seasoning, about a tablespoon, and about a half a tablespoon of the smoked torula, which is going to give it that hammy flavor. And then this is my garlic that I've chopped all up and froze, and I have it in little squares. So I put a little frozen square of garlic in there instead of doing garlic. That's what I did. I have a video for that I'll put up for you so you can look at it. So I let all of that kind of start to simmer while I put my braised vegan pork chops inside of the braising broth. And it's okay if they're kind of overlap, put them pretty close. It's not going to bother. It's not going to hurt anything for them to be a little close or anything. They don't need any extra room. And get all your little vegan pork chops in there. You see, some of them have a little more color than others, which is just fine. We're going to put them inside of the oven, 370 degrees Fahrenheit, for about an hour. Now, after the hour, but I want you to see how beautiful they look. They look so good. These are yummy. You could eat them like this, but I like to have a lot of gravy. So the next step we're going to do is make gravy. So I took about a fourth of a cup of all-purpose flour and about 20 ounces of water, and I mixed that up. And I did put a little bit more mushroom seasoning there, like about a half a teaspoon, just to make sure that it has a little bit more flavor. And then I pour that in to my pork chops that are already inside of the oven, mix it around a little bit, and making sure that all the slurry gets to the onions and underneath, and everything is going to be nice and yummy. And then I put it back in the oven for just 10 minutes. That's it. And then when it comes out 10 minutes later, it's ready to serve. I made some sweet potatoes in the pressure cooker. I also made some broccoli rabe and some beans, which is delicious. And I served up my vegan pork chops. And this was a yummy, 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 yummy dish. Super delicious, super tender, super flavorful. And they really didn't cost me that much to make. And I hope you'll try them.